Plaintiff Philip White says he and the defendant were good friends until he realized the defendant was taking advantage of him. Philip claims the defendant constantly used his car to take his girlfriend out, and Philip is suing him today for utility bills and emotional distress. Defendant Corey White admits that he borrowed Philip's car, but insists it was always with Philip's permission. Corey denies owing Philip for anything.
Start with me.
Okay, I met Corey back in August of 2018. Me and Corey started off as good friends. Everything was going good. A few months after that, Corey did a 180-degree turn, started taking advantage of me, and using me in different ways. He used my car to take his girlfriend places.
Without your permission?
I allowed it.
Okay.
I would be stranded for 5 to 6 hours. He drove a stick shift, so I could not drive it. I would call him on a...
He would take your car and leave his with you.
Right.
And you didn't even know how to drive
it. No.
So why would you let him? Go ahead. Go ahead, sir.
I was...
You're a good guy. Got it.
Correct. He would leave me 5 to 6 hours. I would call him. He wouldn't respond. His girlfriend at the time would not let him use the phone while they were together. I went multiple...
You don't think they were... Sir, you don't think they were getting high or something?
I don't know. I really don't.
That's what you needed to look into.
Right?
Go ahead.
Well, you know, it just goes...
All right. Sir, you do this to your friend, and if so, why?
Your Honor, I'm sorry to say, but that's not all true.
Okay, tell me what's true.
The truth of it is, I did use his vehicle to take her to a few places. And granted the fact...
You didn't go to the dope house with it?
No. No, sir.
Okay. Go ahead.
But I would take her like places like out to eat.
Huh?
Like out to eat. And we would sit in a park and talk, or just spend quality time together like a normal couple would.
At this man's expense?
He did allow me to take his vehicle.
And why wouldn't you respond when he called you while you had his vehicle?
Because I wasn't with my phone.
How far were you from it?
You could say probably about 25 feet or better.
Taking a walk through the park?
I mean, we were walking. We did quite a bit of that, and
You couldn't hear the phone?
Wasn't with it. We couldn't hear it. Didn't know nothing.
Okay.
I ought to be young again.
You say to be young again?
Yeah.
That's it, man. I'm going to leave your situation alone, sir.
Defendant Corey White is being sued by his former friend, who claims Corey took advantage of him.
All right, tell me about the utility bills you're suing him for.
Okay, July, it was the end of June of 2019. I moved into the trailer up under his mom, and mine and her agreement that I would rent the trailer from her. Corey had moved out the 25th of March and had left unpaid utility bills left owing at the trailer. Me and Corey paid the last power bill in January. Corey didn't ever go to the P.O. box until the end of March, when disconnect notices were being issued at his P.O. box. Mm-hmm. And he showed me those notices, but it was too late.
Right.
And they shut the power off on the 25th of March.
And it was in your name?
It was in his name.
Okay.
And the water bill
just ruined his credit, not yours.
Right. Mm-hmm. And then the water bill was in his name. I had stayed there at the trailer without power for 3 weeks because I had nowhere to go. He had rearranged a place for him to go, but left me, figuring out what to do.
Did you need heat or something?
No, I just needed somewhere to lay
cold
my
at
head
night?
down. Yeah, it was cold. But I just needed a place to lay my head down
Okay.
at the time. So I paid the $145 in April with cash, and then the water got cut back off. In the meantime then I worked out an arrangement to go stay in Gunnersville with the partner that I'm with now, since I had nowhere to go, because I really didn't socialize with a lot of people. And so when a few months later, I got in contact with his mom that talked to me about the trailer, and due to the fact I knew what shape it was in, and she said she would rather me take it if I was willing to pay rent. And she would knock off, whatever I put into the trailer, she would knock off rent. Well, due to the fact that we couldn't get services on because there was unpaid balances on the power and the water bill. Alabama Power representative stated that it was either going to come out of his mother's pocket, his pocket, or whoever was going to move in there. That we couldn't get service on unless that was paid.
All right, so the bills are what exactly? Utility bills.
The utility bill that was unpaid was $465.34 from Alabama Power.
What's the emotional distress? Sitting without heat?
Correct.
Okay, sir, what do you say to this?
That is not true, Your Honor, because this guy, when he started living with me, the agreement between me and him was that if he was going to be staying there, that he would pay half the bills. And he did agree to that, and for a time there it worked, and then it just started dwindling down because he kept telling me, oh, well, I'm going to go to the movies, I'm going to go out to eat, or I'm going to go out to a bar. And I told him, I said, dude, I've done told you once, if you're going to live here, you've got to pay half the bills. So that was just a friendly reminder to him, and because he did not pay very much, if any at all, on the bills just got stacked up and they were behind, or fell behind.
You didn't pay your share.
I paid my share because I kept him up for well over 3, maybe 4 months, where there was nothing paid out of his pocket, but everything was paid out of mine.
Sir,
No, sir, that's incorrect.
who has some evidence?
What's this?
The water bill. And
What do you have, sir?
here's the power.
He has evidence that he paid, sir. You have anything?
I did have something as of this
Where
morning.
is it?
But it's lost in
Disappeared?
flight.
Well, his is still here. His didn't disappear. So he's going to win today. Judgment for the plaintiff. Have a good day.
What's done is done. I can move on.